Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to do a tutorial on my go-to date night makeup. It's actually the morning, but I thought I would do my makeup now. I can always touch it up later on. And I'm also going to do my hair so you can see the completed look before I go out this evening. I might even do my nails as well because I took my gel polish off. You can see I've got naked nails at the moment. I might even go away and do those off camera a bit later and come back and show you the whole shebang. Anyway, if that sounds like your bag, then please keep watching. I'm just having my morning coffee, quick boost. It's gone a bit cold now. So I have prepped my skin and I've got my hyaluronic acid followed by my C ferulic serum, vitamin C serum, followed by a moisturiser with SPF in it. And now I'm going to start with my foundation. I'm not going to put, oh actually I am going to put a primer on. Talking rubbish, I am going to put a primer on because I put it in the box specially, so I am going to put a primer on, and it is the Stila One Step Correct. I mean it's actually, yes, it's a correcting and priming, correcting and brightening primer. Try saying that lots of times very quickly. Right, there it is. And as you can see, I've actually used a lot. In fact, I think what I do is I tend to put too much on. So let's be a little bit careful as I put it out. Yes, a little rather goes a long way. That's what it looks like. So it's a sort of multicoloured, feels absolutely lovely on the skin. Oh, it feels so nice. It's kind of cooling. Actually, I may have been a bit under generous there. Let me just put a bit more on. That's it. Now, I have to say, I do have a colour corrector by Bobbi Brown, which I'm not going to use today. I honestly find it quite difficult to tell whether it makes any difference at all. But anyway, it feels really good on the skin. And I'm sure it gives a nice base to the foundation. That feels lovely. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get my foundation. And this is a recent discovery that I absolutely love. Drugstore high street price. Number 7, Lift and Illuminate, and this is in the shade, just put my glasses on, Cool Beige. Cool Beige, so I'll show you what this looks like. Let me just shake it up a bit. And there, I probably need a couple of pumps, and that's what it looks like there, Cool Beige. I must say, I do seem to be getting quite good at buying foundation online and getting more or less the right colour, which is very good news, because when we were in lockdown, obviously you couldn't go and try and buy makeup or try it out properly. So I had to, you know, it was kind of trial and error. And I know there's that makeup site where you can try, I think it's called Foundation. I'll put the link below. And I have looked at it, but I don't know, I just didn't find it all that helpful. Still, this is a great foundation. I think it gives a really lovely, oh gosh, it feels so nice when it goes on as well. Not too greasy, but not too dry feeling. So just right, a bit Goldilocks, in fact. Right, let me just, excuse me, let me just put my mirror down so I can see. Oh, I seem to have quite a few red bits, red little marks on my face, which is not good. Sorry, I'm just going to peer at my mirror. Yeah, skin's looking a bit rough this morning. Okay, might need, well, we're going to go in with some really good concealer anyway. So that goes on. Now, talking of concealer, I have rediscovered a very old, and you'll see how very old in a minute, Laura Mercier. I think it's Secret Camouflage. I dread to think how old this is. And you can see it's been very well used. And this is in the shade SC3. Yeah, Secret Camouflage. I mean, I can remember when I bought this. Well, I don't remember exactly when I bought it, but when I was buying it, the sales assistant said to me that, you know, you should be a bit careful putting it under your eyes because it was quite drying. But actually, in a video recently that I saw on YouTube by Caroline Barnes, and I'll link her details down below if you haven't come across her yet. She's a great makeup artist. And she went through a whole all the panoply of concealers and which concealer was right for which type of skin. And actually, the Secret Camouflage type concealer, as opposed to being in a doe foot applicator, but in a sort of a a more creamy, well, creamy but sort of perhaps slightly more drying consistency, she thought was right for this sort of skin that I've got, which of course I can't remember what she called it now, but anyway, I remember identifying it as the right concealer, the right type of concealer for me. So that's what I'm going to use. And as I say, my skin is looking a little bit on the sort of blemish side today. Now it could be that it is because, and let me just touch up the blemishes first, it could be because I am using a retinol, and that's a whole other video which we can go into at some point. This is about my 4th time of trying retinol, and so far it's actually not really, well, I don't know if it's making any difference. It's too early to tell. I think it's I'm only about 3 or 4 weeks in. But nothing ghastly's happened. That's the good thing. The sky hasn't fallen in. You know, it's all, I haven't got terrible rashes or dryness or peeling or anything. So, you know, fingers crossed. It might actually be okay for my skin and might do some good. So let's just pat this on. And then I'm going to get my sponge, which I hope I've got to hand. Yes, I have. And I'm just going to blend it in. Let's just see, we've got a bit of redness under the nose, which will also do. Yeah, that should be fine. Okay, so let's get our sponge, which is just here, and I'm just going to spray it with some water. It's beauty blender. That's what it is, isn't it? So my beauty blender there, just moisten that a bit, and then let's have a good old pat. I must say I'm very delighted, just while I do this, I'm very delighted because the weather has massively improved today. Oh my Lord, it's been terrible up to now. We've had the wettest May since records began in London, probably in the UK. So it's been really miserable. And last May, okay, we really needed it last May because we were in serious lockdown and the weather was gorgeous. But anyway, happily, it all seems to be working out now, which is great. And we are going to a pub restaurant this evening. We probably will sit inside. I know, my husband's slightly nervous about that. I mean, even I'm slightly, but, you know, it'll be fine. Okay, so we've got our foundation and our concealer on. And now, I'm just checking that everything is okay. Yeah, I think it's looking not too bad. I'm going to do my eyes. And I tend to do my eyes after I've done just my foundation and concealer because I may need to clear some things up later. I don't want to put my full face on without my eyes and then do my eyes. I mean, probably like some makeup artists, I think, do their eyes first because they know there's going to be fallout from the eyeshadow. But I don't know, I like to sort of do it in bits so that I can adjust things as I go rather than just doing the eyes first and then the foundation. Anyway, that's me. So the next thing we're going to do is brows, and I'm going to use my trusty, do you know, I looked this up the other day, Hot Stone eyeshadow from Bobbi Brown, which is this one, but unfortunately I couldn't find it anymore. I mean, again, you can see it's very well used. And I'm going to use this little brush here, which is a Bobbi Brown, which I think is still in existence. It's a really good angled, I don't know if you can see that, angled and quite stiff. Oh, bits of stuff coming out. Quite stiff, which I like. And what I tend to do is I sort of dab it on like this. I mean, you can see I've got lots of sparse, no, that's not quite right, but sparse bits in my eyebrows. So here we go. We're just going to kind of tap and draw, as it were. Tap and draw. I don't know if that is a thing, because I don't want them to be too dark. Actually, there is a really good Bobbi Brown pencil, which is a very waxy, I mean, it's almost as thick as this brush here in terms of its size, but I ordered the wrong colour. I don't know how I did that. I ordered black. In fact, I think I thought I was ordering an eyeliner, but anyway. But it's a really good consistency as a pencil. It's just the wrong colour. So one day when I feel like I need to try something else, I'm going to get a brown version of the black, because the black's just it's just too much. Right, there we go. That's about right, I'd say. And then I'm going to follow that with my brow, my arch brow by fibre gel. Is it fibre gel? No, that's something you take when you've got something wrong with your insides. Anyway, whatever it's called, I'll link it down below for you. It's the Hourglass fibre, I think it is fibre gel actually. Anyway, whatever it is, it's very good because I couldn't use it on its own because it wouldn't be enough to colour my brows, which are, as I say, quite sparse. But it's very good for making them look natural, I think. So the key thing is not to put too much on because then it gets a bit sticky. Now, I've just cheated because I realised when I was filming, I was about to put my eyeshadow on and realised that I hadn't got anything on my eyelids at all, apart from a bit of the primer. So, in fact, I'm not even sure I put that on my eyelids. So now, off camera, I have put some concealer on my eyelids and then put a little bit of powder around them. And I've used, so I used the Secret Camouflage again. And for powder, I've used the Charlotte Tilbury, this one here. Which is very well used, I have to say. Look, talk about hit pan. But I only really use it around my eyes, that's all. So I use it on my lids and under my eyes as well. So that's all nice and set. Okay, so we've done eyebrows, we've prepped our eyelids. Now we're going to go in with the Pixi palette, which I'm really excited about. This is the Pixi by Tina Yong. And I've only tried it a couple of times before. I think I used it in last week's video. So I think we're going to go quite pinky because I like pink. I think it suits me, and although I haven't decided what I'm going to wear yet, pink goes with everything really. If you're cool, which I feel I am, I'm kind of cool neutral. So that's what we're going to do. So I think we're going to try, this colour first, this one here, which I can't tell you what it's called because I can't see. Right, tap that off. And we're going to start patting it on our lids, and to be honest, I'm just going to pat it around, so around the crease and on the lid as well, and then I'll deepen the colour a bit later when I've chosen what my next shade will be. So let's just pat it on there. It's supposed to be a nice warm day and a warm evening, which will be really, really good. So looking forward to going out, honestly. We just both need it, I think, because we've got to the stage where we're just not sure what to watch on the telly, so we kind of flick around, and you know, it's not very satisfying at the end of the evening, is it, when you haven't really sat and watched something, or you haven't read, or whatever it is, you've just kind of flicked around, and yeah, it's not great. So you know what, having looked at the colour on me, I think it's still a bit pale, so I think we're going to go a bit more dramatic and go with this sort of purpley shade here, which again I will link down below for you. Let's see what that looks like. Oh yeah, that's more like it, isn't it? Yeah, that looks good. And then we can always sparkle it up a bit afterwards. I mean, there is going to be fallout here. Oh yeah, that's much better. That's much... Oh, wait a minute, did I go in the wrong one? This one. That's it. There we go. So we're going to darken that up a bit to make it a bit more dramatic. Because I think, you know, sometimes, although makeup artists and YouTubers suggest putting the darker colour to knock back the crease in order to make your eyes come out more, I kind of quite like the idea of having a lighter colour above. Not too light, obviously, but when we're sort of blending colours, there's a danger of, you know, looking like you've been smacked in the eye, because it's all of a piece, isn't it? So I quite like the idea of, and let's go back into this one here and lighten, and we'll see what that looks like. Yeah, I quite like that. Oh yeah, this is a really nice colour. This is lovely. It's funny, it wasn't showing up so much before. And that's this one on the corner, sorry. So actually I've ended up with this one and this one. These two seem to be the best. And I quite like the way it sort of kind of moves from dark to light. I think that looks quite good. Oh yeah, I like that a lot. Yeah, that's very good. Right, now we're going to go with some eyeliner. And this is my favourite. This is Le Liner by L'Oreal in Cashmere Noir. It is absolutely brilliant. It's retractable. Look at that. And it's really, really good for tight lining and for lining. And this is where, for me, the magic happens. Well, it's a mixture of the eyeliner and the mascara, because actually, ultimately, I think, particularly for older women, women over 50, over 60 and so on, the eyes need that dramatic black or dark lash enhancement. That's what I think. Bit of a disastrous episode there. My camera suddenly decided to cut out while I was just finishing my eye makeup. So there I was, merrily carrying on, thinking it was being filmed, and it wasn't. And as you can see, I've done quite a lot since then. Never mind, we live and learn, don't we? So I'm just going to talk you through what I have done since the camera cut off. So what I did was I finished off my face with my various different powders. So I used my Hourglass blusher, which is this one, which I absolutely love. I used my Bobbi Brown Stone Street bronzer, which is this one here. All these will be linked down below. And my Hourglass ambient powder, which I adore as well, which is this one. And these two gorgeous brushes. This is the It Cosmetics one, again, which I will link, and also my other one. Where's my other? Oh, here, this one, the Morphe or Morphe, which I also love, which I use for blusher and bronzer. So I did all that, and then I did my Hollywood, Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood lips rather, and these are the two colours I used, which I can't read on, I'm afraid. Well, this is what they look like, and I usually mix them together. So what I usually do, and they've been discontinued, I think, although you can find them on the John Lewis website. So I usually use this Baby Doll one first. I think it's called Baby Doll. Bit of an unfortunate name, I feel, but anyway. That one, and then this one, which is darker, and I just put that in the middle on bottom of my bottom lip and kind of mush them together, and that's what you get. So that's what I did, and then I did my hair with my Babulous, which is this one, Babulous Tonger. No, that's not a word, is it? Tongs, I suppose it is. Well, I don't know why it's plural, because it's just one tong, isn't it, really? I don't use this, I just use the barrel. Oops. But what I do is I use gloves, and I think I must have got, they only usually supply you with one glove for one hand, but actually I've got two, and they are a godsend because I'm likely to burn myself really badly with tongs if I don't use gloves. Anyway, so I've done that. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go away. So I am going to turn the camera off briefly, and then I'll come back when I'm all done and I'm ready to go out. So I'll see you in a bit. Don't go away. Thank you so much for watching today. I'm sorry the video is cut short. My camera, I need to get to know it better. But anyway, thank you for sticking with me. And if you did enjoy the video, please consider giving it a thumbs up, and even better, subscribing to the channel. And why not leave me a comment below? Let me know what you'd like to see, what you'd like to hear about in terms of makeup, skincare, style, anything really that over 50s and over 60 women are interested in. So I hope you've enjoyed it. Visit me again, and I hope you have a really good day, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.